Okay, welcome into another episode of Strange Ways. You can see Mr. Stanley over there with Scott. I am Rob, and I believe this is episode 18 or 19, one of the two. One of these days I'll look before we start.
Hey, I don't know either. So hell, as long as we say it 18, 19, you guys know what the hell it is. You know.
All right, ball's yours. Run with it.
Okay. Well, I've got a fur ball climbing up my seat. Okay. Guys, Paul Stanley. We've done Peter. We've done Ace. We've done Gene. And I do not know how to tell you. I take back my comments that I made on the Gene. 15 songs. This was way harder because I had to leave off way more, and that's what bothered me. So, for the top 15 songs, we've got 10 honorable mentions for Paul, not 5. And we are going to order them too. So, we have. And I don't know nothing about his list. He knows absolutely nothing about mine. You guys that have been watching our videos, I guess along the way, if you've kind of paid attention to what we jab at with an album or what we like more or not like, you'll probably get a little bit of a hint on kind of what songs we might have in our category, but you're not really going to know exactly what they're going to be because this is all Paul. This is Paul's night tonight. The voice of Kiss. Paul Stanley. And Perfection, the songs that I have anyway, don't worry about Rob's, mine's right all the way, bro.
Well, I tell you, I guarantee you right now that we're not going to ever match up on a number. There's way too many songs.
I know, and that's what I was worried about with this one. He's the Paul guy, and I'm all of them guy until a certain extent until they piss me off. You know. And every one of them's pissed me off at some point in time about something. And but anyway, we will start with our top 15. And here's my memory going blank again. Who started the Ace? I believe it was you. Yeah.
It was me.
I'll let
Lewis. I think Lewis mentioned the last time we did this with Gene's or somebody's that honorable mentions are supposed to go right before number one.
Oh, really?
My argument to that is, well, then you're guessing what my number one's going to be, and then all of a sudden I list it in the honorable mentions. You know, it ruins it.
Yeah. Well, tell Lois that, hey, we can do it any way we want to. All right, Lois? Hey, I love you, brother, but, there's no rules. We're going to do like Paul Stanley says. We don't play by the rules.
There you go.
So, but this right here will make y'all wonder a little bit more, in my opinion. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So you're the Paul guy anyway. So that'll leave you with the last number one. So that's cool. That worked out good. Okay. I'm still in shock, man, by some songs that I had to leave off my main list. But it is what it is, guys. I'll shut up and get on with it. Here we go. Number 15. And yeah, I could have went with all my favorite era, Kiss, but I didn't because they have made songs in other eras that I absolutely love. And this is one of them. I've had enough Into the Fire off of Animalize. And there's not much I can't get, and why I don't understand, and I know I get ahead of myself, guys, and I jump from one thing to the next, but it just bothers me to a certain degree why this song is hardly ever talked about, even on podcasts. Yeah, they'll say it's a great song and Heaven's on Fire, but it doesn't really get much further than that. Man, if anybody is not really a diehard Kiss fan, but you do like some of their stuff and you watch this, man, pull up. I've had enough Into the Fire on YouTube, whatever. I don't give a shit what you pull it up on, and listen to it and crank it up, bro. A fabulous song.
All right. Absolutely great song. I will not argue with any Paul song, so other than if you diss it too badly. Okay, so my number 15 is The Oath. Absolute solid guitar intro. Paul's power is displayed. He's also got the breakdown in the middle with the slower tempo melodic stuff. Just a barn burner for the album it's on, and just always been one of my favorite songs.
No quarrel here, brother. And it wouldn't matter if I did have a quarrel, he wouldn't care.
No.
There you go. So, but I expected that album to be represented because I do know how much he likes that album. So, my number 14. Probably you guys think I should have this a lot higher, but then again, man, you got too many damn great Paul songs, man. It's Hotter Than Hell off of the second album. And I'm going to refrain from saying that it's Hotter Than Hell off of the Sonic Boom Extras. There you go. But it is off of the debut album. Hey, correct. I like that one better. I'm sorry. It's perfect. And great song. Always has been. This is a song that I've always liked at one level or the other. So, nothing to pick at, guys. Ain't gonna really be much to jab at on some of these songs. And we might jab at each other for like, what? But there you go. My number 14.
My number 14 is about to make all the Kiss faithful cringe. It is Say Yeah. I will go to my grave defending this song. The best song off of Sonic Boom. Fabulous, power from Paul. I love the slowed down, soft breakdown into the massive yeah. I love the verses with the echo. I've covered all this before on the Sonic Boom, so I'm not going to get too in depth other than to say this is an epic song. And unlike all the podcast kissers, I will never question why it was in the set list every tour. It is that good.
And I cannot disagree with you because I bragged on it not long ago because it was it's a good song, and there you go. So okay, but I'm not going to tell you if it's on or not on my list, so I'm not going to try to give anything away.
Sure.
All right. Number 13, Lucky 13, is another one that, and look, let me get this out of the way. Probably all of these songs that we have in our main list, and hell, our freaking honorable mentions, could all be number ones, man. I'm telling you guys, you just don't realize, man, how hard this was. I mean, we've been doing this for a little while. We don't do it like a listen to an album and jump on here, bro. This one took some time. It took me way more time. So anyway, 13 is Creatures of the Night. And pure perfection, pure power, pure production, vocals, insane, guitars, drums, kicking your freaking heartbeat, man. I mean, really bringing you back to life with that shot. Perfect from front to back in every aspect that I can think of. And it's 13.
Fabulous song. Okay, my number 13, I've been on record of saying, and I will never change my mind, since it was recorded and released, should have been the opening song for the rest of their career, Psycho Circus. One of the greatest intros. Forget about the carnival stuff. Just the jug, 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 jug going into the yeah. I mean, it just gets you on your feet, gets that fist in the air, and just rips your face off. And again, another song with the breakdown into the heavy stuff. I mean, Paul is such a pro at that shit. He's got the voice for it, or did. Fabulous song.
I agree with you. And when it first came out, and I seen them playing it live after it first came out, I did really like it, especially now they didn't open up with it at the reunion. I mean, the farewell tour, but they did play it, and it was a spectacular. But in my opinion, now this is my opinion, guys, over the years, the main reason I didn't like the song, it wasn't because of the opening and the absolute just echoey, yeah, you know, I love that part. It's the chorus. They just can't hold it. Ah, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. That's what got me about it, and maybe that's why they quit doing it. I don't know. Who knows? But I love the song. I got no problem with it at all. The best song to me on that album. So that's to me. All right. Number 12. We're going to represent some dynasty with I Was Made
for Loving You.
I Was Made for Loving You, man. The disco jam. I'm just kidding, man. I bet everybody, if we was live, man, I bet everybody it'd be watching live and be like, son of a bitch. Magic Touch, man. Fucking hey, man. That song that, yeah, I've heard people brag about, but another one that I feel like is kind of in the category without having had enough into the fire, that just don't get the credit it deserves. And on that one, fortunately, I got to get my words right here, guys. I love Paul's voice when he does the breakdown on this one. Not like I Was Made for Loving You. I don't like that one, but this one I think he does to absolute perfection. And I would have loved to heard this song produced any other way, but I love Dynasty's production pretty good. It is a little clean. It is real clean, but damn, man, what a powerful song and a jamming damn song. I mean, I got nothing bad to say about it, guys. There you go. Yep.
Awesome. See, this is Scott talking about how hard this was. Understand that Paul Stanley is my favorite singer of all time, and it's not even close. I mean, I'm not saying technically he is, so just settle down. To me, he's got the greatest voice I've ever heard. He's the greatest live singer before his troubles that I've ever heard. And his songs are so, I could have, if I would have done songs you hate from Paul Stanley, I would have struggled to get 10. So that'll show you how hard this was to narrow down to 15. Even with an extra 10 honorable mentions, I left off a bunch of stuff that makes me sick that I had to leave off. So number 12 for me, the most underrated song on the most legendary album, Destroyer, Flamin' Youth. We just went over Destroyer. If you watched it, you know what I feel about this song. I'm not going to go over it deep. There's a lot of shit we got to talk about with these songs, so I'm not going to go over this stuff in depth if we've already done it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. What's wrong with you? Great song, great chorus, great power, and again, a great breakdown. Paul just knows how to sing and write songs, man. It's like a broken record. There seems to almost always be a middle breakdown where they change up the tempo. And I absolutely love this song.
And I do too.
What'd you do? You forgot something?
Can't say it, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, man, that's perfect. There you go. See, we may not disagree much on this. So, all right. Number 11. Yeah, we're climbing on up there. We're going to go back to the no makeup days. And honestly, this song, I'm trying to think. I have to say it like this because I can't say 80s Kiss because they had makeup in the first wave of that decade. No makeup Kiss. This is probably my favorite song from the no makeup era, and it's Tears Are Falling from a Silent. I mean, when I say they got it right on that album. When they released the single, the first single, they got it right one time. And I'm sure they did the other times, but a lot of times me and Rob was hit and miss on that too, man. Couldn't understand a lot. But anyway, what a song, what a video. Just Paul's vocals, and I will attest to it right now. Every time I ever heard them play that song live, they done it absolutely spectacular. I love to hear them play it live because I knew if they didn't stray from how they had been playing it in the past when I seen them, that it was going to be freaking wicked, and it was.
Awesome. Okay, my number 11, you've already hit on, and again, could have been, should have been, if not Psycho Circus, the second best opener they could have chosen, and they did briefly, Creatures of the Night. There are 3 songs in my top 15 that I have heard as openers that are all better options than Detroit Rock City. It's not a slight on Detroit Rock City. It starts out too calm. I get that it builds, but you should immediately, that curtain should drop. There should be a big bomb and a fire blower up your ass and just pounding drums right now. And Creatures of the Night delivers. Paul's at his most epically angry, evil, whatever you want to call it. I love the the monk type sing along in the chorus with the O's. Again, we've covered everything we've covered except for the Oath. We've already covered on recent album reviews or rankings. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Creatures of the Night.
All right. And let me throw this in too. Don't like to sound like a broken record. I'll tell you on Jeans, because Ace and Peter, we were able to get theirs in because they didn't have nowhere near as many songs. There's going to be albums that's not represented, and it's as sad as it is. Every one of them probably, but Monster could have been represented. Not just, it just got me, man. I didn't mean to do that, guys. Y'all that like Monster, okay? But anyway, all right. Next, we're in the Big Ten, and I'm in the same territory, same album as Rob just know that he has been on. Let me put it that way. Do You Love Me from Destroyer, and my favorite song on the reunion and Farewell Tours, that's no secret, because up until then, I never did get to hear them play it live, and always a lover of that song. And you know, I was in shock. I'm going to go off the radar here for a second. I was watching a podcast, I don't know, a few weeks ago or whatever, Kiss FAQ. They were having the death match with a song, just randomly their song to, and there's like 4 of them on the panel, and they would all vote. And whichever song lost, the other one went on to the next round. And I remember this because it just, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. These guys were, some of them come in around Revenge and Hot in the Shade, and some of them come in around Asylum, and there's one of them that come in when I did, and he's the only one that voted for, I think I Want You was the song against Nowhere to Run on fucking Killers. And you believe three of them voted for Nowhere to Run overall. And I just like to feel, I see, yeah, never mind. But anyway,
That's not even the best. That's not even the best of the new 4 on Killers.
No, not to me anyway.
It's a good song, but I never got that. That seems to be the one that gets all the love. And well, you'll see which one's on my list.
Okay. All right. Do You Love Me, number 10. Perfect.
All right. And number 10 for me, another criminally egregious omission, Post Alive from the live set list, a song I never got to see in person live, and it is just not right. So many songs could have been replaced with this. Come On and Love Me, one of Paul's most well-written lyrical songs. It's one of his most unique songs. Everything about this song is just the essence of professional writing and performance. I just love everything about this song. So there you have it. Number 10, Come On and Love Me. What's echoing? Did you fix it? Come On and Love Me, Dressed to Kill.
Come On and Love Me, yeah. It's hard to pick for me. I could have put Paul's songs probably beside Room Service. I could put every one of his damn songs off that album. And that's the go-to song, it seems to be, on that album for the majority, is Come On and Love Me. So, hey, I love it too, dude. Number 9, guys. I'll try not to get boring for you. All right. And we got Revisiting Hotter Than Hell with Got to Choose. And this is a song that I personally am guilty of neglecting for the first part of my Kiss adventure. When I got this album, and it being a lead-off track too, it usually don't get by me. Like if it would have been Where Do You Love Me was at, and none of them really got by me, but you know what I'm saying. Album openers are really important, and more important than people realize. And the last part of my life, it has absolutely just gained strength the more and more I hear it. I love this song to the core now. It's no dislike of anything. Peter's drumming, to me, one of the best albums he drummed on completely. And the rhythm, I mean, just absolutely. Paul singing the shit out of it. The chorus, everything is just wicked on the song. Just like that album to me, except for maybe one track. But anyway, Got to Choose. Number 9, nothing bad to say. I love it.
And I love that dueling lead guitar, that ding, that
yes,
badass. Okay, so my number 9, an absolute anthem and should never be ignored on any list ever. Heaven's on Fire, one of the most iconic intros to a song that wasn't even meant to be. From what I understand, as the story goes, he was just warming up his voice in the studio, and they said it sounded so cool, they put it on the album.
Never heard that. You just
Yeah,
informed me of that.
that's the story I heard. That intro to Heaven's on Fire was actually him just warming up his voice before he was doing his vocals, and they loved it and kept it as an intro.
Well, I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Because I love the studio version completely. It's just, I mean, who could do that but him? Right? You might have people try, but it's not going to
And
sound
fail.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, all right, great. I love the song too, man. There you go. So, next one, 7. We're
8,
going to go back to the very, very, very.
8 for you.
Uh-oh, did I miss something?
I just did Heaven's on Fire. That was my 9.
Oh, I skipped one. Well, this one could be where Got to Choose is at. Got to Choose is number 9. Because, like I said, these songs, guys, it's right beside of it, so it's right there. So my number 8, and it probably needs to go up a notch, and a lot of people's going to go, no fucking way. Are you tripping, bro? No, I'm not tripping. I love it. There you go. But I think it's a product of overplay, but it still don't affect how much I love the song. It's their main opener, Detroit Rock City, from Destroyer. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing I don't love about this song, and we're mainly going by studio anyway. So that's what we're, we can relate to live. I mean, hell, anybody can do that, but I love the intro. I love all that shit that people hate for some reason. I don't know why. And I love the car crash at the end. I love the Bob Ezrin freaking double solo in the middle, man. It's not, Rob said, it's not no wicked Van Halen solo. It's just a solo that's perfect. It sounds great, and it fits it better than anything else could have. And Peter's drumming, I guess that's why he goes to Destroyer for his best drumming, because that song, he is kicking the shit out of them drums all the way through it, bro. Gene's bass showed doing. I mean, everybody's on top of it performing, and Bob Ezra made sure of that.
So, have you heard the demo before Ezra got his hands on it?
I have not.
Oh my God, it is brutal.
Is it brutal?
That song would not have probably even made the album if Ezra doesn't rework that. Ace's sloppy ass, crunchy, bending leads everywhere. It was too fast. It was so disorganized. Clearly just a rough demo, but I am so glad Ezra got his mitts on it.
I will have to look that up since you said that. Why the hell ain't they released that on their damn?
They might have. I don't buy all that bonus shit unless it's on an album. I've given Kiss enough of my fucking money over the last 40 plus years. I don't need to buy every little thing they put out. And plus, I listen to demos on YouTube because I'm not going to buy an album of demos or the box set or any of that shit because you can't turn it up and enjoy it. The sound quality is so fucking horrible that, it's interesting to hear once, but I'll never go back to it because when I listen to music, I want good sounding music that I can crank on my stereo.
I feel you on that, brother. And another thing, the only time I was going to say that I buy anything like that is if it comes with, I'll find it in a minute, with an album, like a re-release, and like the Destroyer they came out with, I got, and it had that extra disc.
Love Gun did the same thing.
Okay, that's the only time I'm not going to buy Gene's overpriced box set of shit. I don't know what was all on it, and I still ain't listened to all of it yet, but anyway, I'm getting, we'll get out there, guys. So, number...
You just did 8, right?
Yep.
Okay, so my number 8 is an album we just talked about briefly in reference to Nowhere to Run, off of Kiss Killers, my favorite track, and it's not even close. And it was that way when I first got the album as, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. I'm a Legend Tonight. Absolutely love this. It gets no respect. I hear all praise for Nowhere to Run and Down on My Knees, but I never, Down on Your Knees, but I never hear anybody talk about I'm a Legend Tonight. And the song's got everything you could want out of a song and more.
In all honesty, man, I don't dislike any of those songs on there.
No, I like them all, but I don't understand why this one never and even Kiss, they put out, on their bonus box set shit, Partners in Crime and stuff. Nobody from podcast to Kiss themselves talks about I'm a Legend Tonight, and I don't understand it.
No, they don't. It's always Down on Your Knees, or the one that usually they talk about is Nowhere to Run.
No. Yep.
So, okay. No problem. No problem with that, dude. And see, what's funny is a track off of there, which I'm not going to say which one. It may be the same one you said. It may be one of the other ones. Was on my original list, but it did make the honorables. And I'm not telling you which one, guys. So anyway, number 7. We're going back to the very beginning. It is 100,000 years, man. And I know everybody will say things about it, and I haven't heard anything much positive about it except in the last several years. I think people are starting to, talk good about it on this and that or whatever. But that's a song that I have always took to since I heard this album for the first time. And I was real young, right after my coming into the band and backtracking to get the older albums. But this song I've always loved. I love Paul's vocals. I love the way the breakdown in the middle. And I used to love live when Paul done his thing, with his microphone and when he could do it. Okay. It was perfect, man. The drums going the whole time, and I love it. I love it live. I love it on the studio. That's another song that I think they hit absolutely perfect when he could. 100 and Ace's solo, just insane to me. It might sound simple, but I'm telling you, man, I love that fucking solo on that song. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. When Paul could do it, man, that middle part was fabulous.
It was. I give it to that.
Okay, my number 7 is another song that gets crapped on the only time I hear it talked about, and is dangerously close to being my favorite song off of Love Gun. Get ready to cringe, Scott, because it has female singers. Chipmunks, as I believe you say. Tomorrow and Tonight. This is the ultimate party anthem. The words, the meaning, the tempo, everything about this. The chorus is so strong. And again, they stop and go down with a breakdown in the middle. And it's just, I love this song. I mean, it's just in your face right away. I know I'm a huge Paul lover, but I don't, wear purple glasses. I call crap monster. But
yeah,
I have always loved Tomorrow and Tonight, and going through and listening to all the songs, and it took me hours. I still love it as much as I did when I first heard it. I love this fucking song.
I've always loved it too, bro. And you mentioning the Chipmunk Chicks, man. That's the only thing that it always threw me off, but it never swayed me from loving this song, dude. I'm one of the lovers of it too. And you're right. People shit all over it, dude, and I can't understand why. This song rocks like hell, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to the point, and it's not a long song. And like you said before, Kiss is not Metallica. I mean, look, they're to the point, and just everything about that song, dude. You know, that just threw me off when I thought it was chick singers, which it is, but it sounded like, you remember when you could put a album on and put it on 45, you know
Or
how it
78.
speed up? That's
Yeah.
what it sounded like they've done to that part to me. You know, it sounded like, wow, how'd they do that? You know, but I've always loved the song. I've never had nothing against that song. So, um, all right, guys, number 6. And I'm finally hitting this album, and I've loved this song since day one. Here we go. I love them all, but I've got to say it. To me, my favorite song on Love Gun, with absolutely no competition for first place, is I Stole Your Love. And it's absolutely just pure rock, supreme perfection, man. The echoing, man, when he does them, oh, dude, it's just wicked, bro. The jam, even the acoustic with the lead, with the rhythm, I love it. Ace's solo, you know, he's got the echo on that too, man. I Stole Your Love is my favorite on Love Gun, always has been. Boom.
Okay. Well, you didn't hear it because we haven't worked out our kinks with the media share yet, but it should be on the channel. A little ding, 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 because my God, we matched. Number 6.
Okay.
I Stole Your Love. Also, my favorite song on Love Gun. And what makes this even better is the intro to the movie Detroit Rock City, when the old woman's sitting back with her cup of tea, goes to put it to her lips, waiting for her, you know, garbage music, Karen Carpenter, I think it is, or whatever. And that, she spills it all over her face. I laughed so damn hard. When I got that on VHS, I think I wore the damn tape out just rewinding that part.
It's wicked. And that's another thing we got to talk about too one day is some of the stuff, the media stuff like that they've done. That damn movie is perfection. That's one of the funniest
It's
fucking movies I've
hilarious.
ever seen in my
It's
damn life.
hilarious.
I
Absolutely
mean,
hilarious.
and you
And
hardly
it
ever
holds
hear
up today.
anybody.
It holds up today because it's just a movie and Kiss just happens to play at the end. I mean, it's not some cheesy Kiss our robots and all this crap.
No.
It's just real teenagers in the 70s experiencing what we can all relate to. Hilarious.
And great actors in it, man. You see in other movies, dude. It's not no
Yeah.
B movie by no
Oh,
means.
look,
It's perfect.
Beth went on to be Rose in 2.5 Men.
Yeah. And
Charlie
she played,
Stalker for like 5 seasons.
yep, and she
She was
played
in The Shield.
in a ton of movies. She dude, the only chick flick that I like, Ever After, with Drew Barrymore and everything. She plays one of the sisters, the good sister, in that.
Okay.
And the guy that's the priest, you know, they mushroomed,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever. He plays in all kind of stuff. I know he's in Happy Gilmore as the guy that irritates him on the golf course. That's him. And
Yeah.
I mean, his mother, he's played in a ton of shit. Kingpin,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Mom. I mean, dude, I could sit here and go through the list that woman's been in. So we will get on that though, guys.
Yeah.
Because I love it. Love it. And we're going to number 5 in the top 5, guys. Number 5. I'm going to visit this album for the first time. Dressed to Kill. Rock Bottom, bro. And I mean, this, now look, they were all tough. I done said it, and I'm going to say it again. But I'm going to tell you, the closer it gets, the tougher it got. It
Yeah.
really did. And I don't care about the long intro. Yeah, they could have made it a little bit shorter, but I don't care because when they freaking hit it, they hit it and it don't stop. You're exhausted when it's over with, and you're probably pumping weights or doing something destructive when it hits until it ends, man. That is a killer song. Like you said before, I wish they would have kept something like that in the freaking playlist, bro. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. My number 5, just like Scott said, the version from Destroyer, Detroit Rock City. We already talked about how we both agree this is the signature song for Kiss, not Rock and Roll All Night. And the intro makes this song so special. And usually I don't like drawn out intros that aren't part of the song as far as musically, but this tells a story. And of course, nostalgia plays a big part in it because at the age I was at 5, hearing this intro, I was just mesmerized. I was locked in like I was watching a broadcast on TV. I mean, it was just amazing. The song is incredible, and the solo, the most memorable singable solo I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, it doesn't dazzle you. That's not what solos are supposed to be. That didn't become a thing really until the Satrianis and Steve Vais came into the picture. Solos are supposed to complement the song, not become a spectacle in the middle of the song, and this is absolutely the way a solo should be.
Yep. And he said it, man. That's what I call a power solo, bro. I mean, it's got power, and it fits perfectly, just like Vinnie Vincent on Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Perfect solos, not overkill, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Lewis. All right. You know, that's sarcasm there, man. You know, Vinnie Vincent playing the solo like it should be. Hey, yeah, love it. Been there, done that. All right, number 4, guys, and we're going to stay. I don't know if I had any back-to-backs, but we're staying with Dress to Kill for number 4. And it's Lover All I Can, a Wicked Lester track that they absolutely, in my opinion, turned into a perfect song. And I could lie and say that this has always been one of my favorite songs, but when I was younger, I knew I always liked it, but I don't know if I ever considered it my favorite song back then. But probably as a teenager and older, this has always been one of my favorite Kiss songs. And it makes me wonder, because I think every song that they've done with Kiss that they took from Wicked Lester, I love to the bone. And it makes me wonder, what else could y'all have probably pulled from that era and made it a masterpiece? Damn, Lover All I Can. The harmonizing him and Gene does on this song. Peter's dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's got some groove. You can tell it's got a little R&B groove, heavy style in it, man. And the cowbell, and Peter's drumming just, oh man, the lead. I could go on and on. I love it. My favorite song on Dress to Kill.
Great song. Great song. And my number 4, again, just like Scott said, the version off of the remake bonus of Sonic Boom, Hotter Than Hell. I have no beefs about the song on Hotter Than Hell, but we both like the production and the sound quality so much better on Sonic Boom. It probably would have landed there anyway, but in fairness and conversation, if I'm going to listen to it, the Sonic Boom remake is the one I'm going to listen to. but epic song. Again, the evil Paul you don't see very often past these first three albums. And just a wicked chorus. One of the greatest sing-along tunes they have. Fabulous song.
Spectacular, mate. Spectacular. Gotta represent Paul here. Flipping his hair, you know.
Did they give him chest hair?
You know, they did not. And why,
That's
I don't
weird.
know. They
That's
probably
weird.
should have put a stubble or two on there, you know, but
Or just paint it on or something. I guess I don't.
yeah.
Why would you ignore it? That was like his trademark. That and the rose tattoo.
Yeah, the hairdo I couldn't figure out, you know, but you know they had to do what they could. So
Yeah.
there you go. But everything he said, hotter than hell. And I forgot to mention when I did say that that's my favorite version. Not only do I love the way it sounds and how it's played, and just the pure everything that's good about the song originally is better there. I love the way Paul sings it on that one better. And I'm telling you, man, how the hell he done it, I don't know, but it's unbelievable. So there you go. All right, number three, guys. We're in the top three. And wow. Yep, a song I could listen to that never gets old. None of them really do. I mean, not the ones that I love. So off of side 4 of Alive 2, All American Man, bro. Wow. Holy shit. And I'm telling you, that song is powerful. And I mean, for before Creatures, this song here, that I would have loved to heard that on Creatures Tonight and Larger Than Life with that production. Holy shit, All American Man. Paul sings this unbelievably great. The lead, even if it is Bob Kulick. Holy shit, bro. The drums, Peter, man, holy hell, that's everything. Love this song. And it damn near made it up higher. And it just, All American Man, guys. Alive 2, side 4. If you ain't heard it, listen to it. It's unbelievable. I heard it played at the baseball game down in where I'm from, the minor league team or whatever. Dude, I like to fell out of the damn bleachers. I'm like, shit.
Is your phone going off? Good. All right. We'll take a quick break before the honorable mentions.
Yeah, let's do that. You can splice that in, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. So my number 3, and let me preface this with the album intro, the album solo, and at the album's tempo only. Lick It Up. Not only iconic because it's their first video, their first, hey, we're Kiss without makeup. Just a epic song that belonged in the set list from then on forward, like they kept it. But again, not sped up, not starting in the middle of the verse, and no fucking who middle, and at the right, just badass rock tempo, simple solo fits it perfect, and start with the jug, 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 jug. That's what makes this song so badass from the jump. The whole premise of them walking waist down, waiting for the reveal when the words start to see their face. All that would be gone if the song started with "Don't Want to Wait Till You Know Me Better." I fucking hate that they did that. I have always hated that shit. So yes, as it sits on the studio album, exactly, Lick It Up is my number 3.
And I will say this. I like the version on Sonic Boom on that better too.
Really?
Nope. Yes. Yes, I do.
Huh.
I like even the way he sings it. It's the same thing, but it's more powerful. It seems
Huh.
like it is to
We
me
just
anyway.
did Sonic Boom. I guess maybe I didn't pay enough attention.
Yeah, there was like 4 on there that I like better than the other ones. So, all right. I can't disagree with you. Number 2, guys, here we are. We're getting there. A song that I know for a fact Rob does not like. And I love absolutely just, I can't get enough of this. He don't want any of it. Rock and roll over, making love.
Oh,
Man, what a powerhouse song, man, from the start of it. Dun, 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 dun. I just, oh, God, when the girl says, wait, I really want us. Yes. And Ace is solo, get the hell out of here. And Peter ending that damn song off with drums, you don't know how the hell he's beating them that quick. Get down, boys, making love rock and roll over. Boom, number 2 to the core.
you know,
Probably,
I will say I like this song live on a live too. The reason I don't like this song on the album is the way he does the chorus on the album. He love, 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 love. Where when he does it live, when he does it on a live too, it's making love, love, making love. He slows it down and doesn't sound like a babbling idiot.
I don't think he could probably pull that off live. You know, think
No,
about it, man. That's some studio magic right there, or whatever,
yeah.
or tragic to you. Are you okay?
Okay.
Making
My
love.
number 2 will irritate a lot of people, and they can all suck it. The greatest anthem Kiss has ever recorded in any era from 1974 to the very end. Crazy, Crazy Nights. Epic in every way, shape, or form, down to Paul giving you a testimony. It's just, and if you want to factor the video in, how fucking cool dancing with his guitar on the crowd's hands. If you don't like this song, check your fucking pulse. I don't want to hear that it's so repetitive. Motherfucker, 99.9% of all choruses repeat themselves over and fucking over. It's called a chorus. That's what the job is. So I don't want to hear that garbage. Love the song, love the intro, love the breakdown. Yes, another Paul Stanley breakdown. And you know what? If you don't like this, nobody's going to change me because that's who I am. Crazy,
You ain't,
crazy night.
you ain't a Kiss fan if you don't like it. You just ain't a fan, bro. Hey, I like the song, man. I do. It's not my number 1, but I do like the song. And it wasn't a bad show too, man. You know, it was. I'm not gonna start talking about concerts, but anyway, okay. Crazy Nights, y'all heard it from the man right here, dude. And number 1, here we go. Drum solo, lights, everything.
Hold on. Don't say nothing yet. Let's see. Do I got it? Yes. Go ahead.
Rock and roll over. I want you. Holy shit. It still holds the number 1 spot for me, my number 1 Kiss song of all time. I Want You. Wow. What a song. And this is one like the songs that you can't believe that they don't use all the time. If I had a song to pick, just one, they just give you one that they're going to play every damn show, it would be I Want You. What an intro. freaking with the acoustic guitars. In the morning, I raise my head. And when they kick in, brother, they kick in till he breaks it down again. And when they kick in the second time, brother, you're taking a ride. Holy shit, man. I love this song. I love the video they made for this song. There's nothing about this song that I ain't never loved and still don't love to this day.
Awesome. And how about one of the rare times Kiss used a flanger or phaser on a guitar? For that last is, I mean, it's just cool as hell.
That's perfect. I love that. That's what.
Great song. Good pick. And my number one, you've hit on already, so I know I will not get too much feedback, and it's no secret if you've ever been watching any of my videos since the inception of Hard Rock or Rock Hard Music channel, is Tears Are Falling. My favorite Paul song, my favorite Kiss song, has not changed since 1986 it was released or whatever. I'm not a statistician, but yeah, has not wavered at all. I love the video. I don't care about his big poofy feather pants. I don't give a shit. I love Bruce's guitar solo with the rain or shower head coming down on him. I love the girl with the tear. I love Paul ripping the curtain, or she rips the curtains down. He turns around with that badass look, and his vocals cannot be touched in this song. And to top it off, they always fucking do it good live. So there you go.
They do. I always. So, hey, I'm with you, brother. Like I said, guys, all these songs we just talked about, and we're going to get back into our honorable mentions here shortly. That was my only reason I am, is because that was my daughter calling from wherever. And it could have been anywhere.
Yeah, and nature's calling me right now. So we'll be back and give you our honorable mentions, 10 each. Hold on. Okay, we're going to do our honorable mentions now, and I think we should start this with our favorite honorable mention and work our way to least, kind of mix it up.
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool. I didn't think about that. Get a little more light on it.
There's no really big reveal of the number one honorable mention, so going backwards is kind of redundant.
Exactly. I mean, these are all songs that actually, not all of them, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, God dang, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 out of 10. I guess I under exaggerated in my honorable mentions that wound up in my main list before I got to doing things. That's how hard this was, guys. So I will go, I guess.
All 10 of my honorable mentions were in my original list because my original list was 28.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mine was 26, I think, if I'm not mistaken, at first. So, okay. I will go with my number 1, you said? Okay. My number 1 honorable mention is, you've done touched on it, Flaming Youth. It was, I just struggled, guys. I mean, if you're a big Kiss fan of any caliber and you love these songs like we do, just try it, for fuck's sake. I mean, you know, put your damn top, hell, I don't care, put your top 15 on here. Let us know what your top 15 favorite Paul songs are. Give it a shot. See how easy it is.
Okay. My number 1, you've done, and it is Rock Bottom. Absolutely epic song, intro to the way it badass just cuts in, everything about this song. And all these songs I did not want to have to leave off, but you just got to.
Yep. He's right. No sweat to it, man. Pretty much all sweat. I mean, all right. My number 2, And look, guys, I'm sure there's some of my songs, which I know there's some of my songs that wouldn't have made his list. Very few, but I know, and just like he had a few, very few that wouldn't have made mine. That's where we differ. See, my number 2 is Firehouse. There you go. I mean, I'm not going to go into much great detail. You guys know the songs. You know what the hell we're talking about and what a struggle it was. So, there you go.
And my number 2 is Love Gun. Definite product of overplay for me, but just going through and listening to his songs again after Sonic Boom, I just forgot how much I loved the song. But it just wasn't going to make my top 15.
Yeah, me either. There you go. Number 3, Anything for My Baby. And it, like I said, it was in my original list, and Dressed to Kill Supreme. I don't know if I've ever heard much good about this song, but I don't know why. I've always loved it. So.
Okay. My number 3, you had in your top 15. I've had enough, Into the Fire. I will only add one thing to every great thing you said about this song. I am absolutely addicted and have been since the release of the last time he starts climbing the notes before the chorus and hits that. I mean, just the falsetto power. I just love this frickin' song.
Yeah, me too. And I always knew for some reason, man, right when this first came out and I put the tape in, because that's what it was when I bought it for the first time, a cassette. When I heard that song, I always knew that that's how wrong I am, that there's no way in hell they're not going to play this. Yeah. Okay. Number 4 for me is That You from Unmasked. Was in my original list.
That just got bumped off of my honorable mentions.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had a few.
Oh, I didn't want to do it, but I had to.
Yeah, Love Gun got bumped off mine. See, and I know a lot of people thinking, what? What?
Yeah.
No, I like Love Gun. I do. Hell, I love Love Gun, guys. But we only got 10 honorable mentions here. And there's things that I've never been that Love Gun guy, though. That's never been my favorite song off that album. But I do like it. I mean, I love it. But it just didn't make it beyond what I love more. There you go. Yeah. Is that you? Number 4.
And my number 4, you had really high on your list, and I understand fully why. I Want You. One of Paul's most powerful songs. But unfortunately, I just like some other stuff a little bit more, so it hits the honorable mentions at number 4.
All right. Number 5, a song that this is probably the only song that's going to really either get us some subscribers or probably delete half of them when I say this. And it is Odyssey off of The Elder. My God.
Really?
What a song. No, I got you.
I have no, it's a good thing. I've never heard anybody other than me and my wife that likes this song. I absolutely love it.
I hate that.
And people shit on this.
I hate that.
You hate it?
I hate that song.
Oh, you put it on there. You surprised me.
I love Just a Boy.
You had.
I don't like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love the opera stuff.
I did. I thought, well, he's going to be like this. He's full of shit, but I can't believe it. All right.
Well, you shocked me. You saw that. I was like, what?
Right. All right. No, really, guys. But this is going to be a shock, too, to some people, because it's my favorite song off of Killers. And I've never heard anybody say this. It's fucking Partners in Crime. Paul sings the fuck out of that song. I know you ain't got your fire burning. He does it. What is it? Oh, it's his voice will carry, man, and he just sings the hell out of that song. And I'm like, why does nobody like this song, man? What the hell? Partners in crime, and it's got an echo, dude, and it is freaking badass, man. And to me, it buries the other three songs. It buries them, not just by
All
that.
four of those songs.
Yeah, okay.
All four of those songs should have been on an album. And I'm not talking a compilation album. I mean on a studio album.
I agree.
Okay, my number 5 is right up there with I've Had Enough, Into the Fire, with tragically underrated and underappreciated, untalked about, Excited. One of the coolest guitar intros that I have heard from Kiss. And it goes into just an epic, heavy song. Paul just screaming his ass off. Love the song.
I was wondering if that one was going to show up, man. And that one. Okay. Number 6. You done touched on. I don't know how high it was up. I think it was pretty up there. Come On and Love Me. Now, don't get me wrong. I love everything off Dressed to Kill by him besides Room Service. I mean, I do like Room Service, but I'm not in the category with Rock Bottom, Love Her All I Can, and Come On and Love Me. But Come On and Love Me is my third favorite song on that album by him. Most people, it's just their favorite by him. But I do love the song. There you go. And it went up on my list before. There you go.
All right. Number 6 for me, the only representation off the album is Freak.
Oh, no. If you'd have put it at number 10, I probably still wouldn't have been, but I might have been sitting here for like a couple seconds going, wait a minute. Man. You hated that song, man, a few weeks ago. That's a good one.
Okay. A fabulous, probably one of the most untalked about great intros to a rock song, not just a Kiss song, as far as a guitar intro goes. If this would have come out in the 80s, this would have been up there getting all the guitar player attention like Sweet Child and shit like that. Mr. Speed, one of the first songs I mastered when I got a guitar because of that guitar intro. Absolutely fabulous song. My favorite song, maybe neck and neck with I Want You off of Rock and Roll Over. There you have it. Number 6, Mr. Speed, legendary Mr. Freely, and one of the baddest fucking ass intros I've ever heard him do.
I fucked up, everybody. I just want you to know that. I fucked up bad. When I was doing my shuffling around, man, Mr. Speed was around number 7, 8, 9 on my main list, and for some reason it did not find its way back on there or my honorable mentions, and I completely forgot to put it back in line. Holy shit. I can't go back and redo it, but I'm wanting to tell y'all Mr. Speed would have been in my main list. That's it, because when you said it, I'm like, no fucking way. But, and all for a screw up, shuffling songs around, I totally must have marked it out and didn't write it back. Damn. I love it. I love that. I love Mr. Speed. So, all right. Here we go with number 7. We're going to touch the Unmasked album again, and it was in my original list, Tomorrow. A song that I love since day one, just like Is That You and Naked City on that album. But this is Paul. Is That You and This? Tomorrow. I love it. I think it's awesome. It rocks. He sings the hell out of it. It's a great, great song. I love it. There you go.
I would have liked to put every Paul song on this list from Unmasked, but I just had to weigh which ones I go to more, and Rock and Roll Over just didn't. Unmasked just didn't get represented.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, mine didn't either.
Okay.
You know, not on my list. It didn't. It almost did. It should have, but what can you do?
Yeah. Number 7 for me, the fabulous number 2 of the 1-2 punch, King of the Nighttime World. The 1-2 punch of Detroit into King of the Nighttime World is absolutely magical, but the song on its own is every bit as magical and one of my favorite songs off of Destroyer. There you got it, King of the Nighttime World.
Wow. That one didn't even make my honorable mentions, but we run out of room, guys. We run out of room.
Yeah.
All right. Number 8. Representing Creatures. I Still Love You.
Ooh, that was on my list briefly, and I had to bump it.
Wow. And it was on mine too. I think the only... Hell, I don't know. They may have all been on there, man. I was mixing and matching so much because I stopped with 26 because I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to have to work with right here. So I just made it work.
Yeah.
But it, you know, there you go.
All right. My number 8, one of your all-time favorites, Do You Love Me? Absolutely a banger, a memorable, epic sound to them drums. I love the little fade to the little higher pitch storm, like a Paul on a megaphone type sound.
Yeah.
Talking about the backstage pass and black sunglasses, and then coming right back in to whip your ass. And I love this song live, especially during the later years. I mean, not maybe like Psycho Circus on. Gene brings out that God of Thunder voice in the chorus, and it just works. I absolutely love it.
Me too, man. Yeah.
That almost looks more like a Chinese mask
I look
with
like
that little chin hair.
a damn horror movie killer or some shit, right? Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do the last two with the Spanish Paul Stanley here. And
All right.
number 9, guys, representing Dynasty again with Sure Know Something. Love it. With the exception of one song that can burn in hell on that album, the rest of them by Paul I absolutely love.
Oh, shit.
And that's all I got to say.
Okay.
Forrest Gump.
Number 9.
That's all.
Number 9, you have also hit, I think, on your honorable mentions, and it is Anything for My Baby. I love the way this thing grooves. I love the drum beat through the thing, and I love the chorus. And during the chorus, the drum roll that's going nonstop in there, it's just epic. I just love the song. Gets a lot of shit from other Kiss podcasts, and I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't get it. No, it ain't got no wicked. It could have had if they'd had more time to do the album. They were being pushed like hell at that time. And no, it don't got an insane solo and another verse, which I would have loved to have heard. But damn, when you got a half finished songs on that album and they're that good, and you've got 11 years to do Sonic Boom, and to me, nowhere near as good as Dress to Kill and Monster, and they're throwing this thing together in months, man, time, what it could have been. That would be interesting to know. So there you go. Number 10, guys, we're down to the finale of the Paul Stanley Greats. And he just hit it. I thought I was going to be the only one to have this on either list. From Lick It Up, Exciter. Lead off hell, man. Dude, I had King of the Mountain I love. I had All Night I love. Dude, there's so many songs, man. You just, with Paul, and Exciter did get number 10, and it was actually over there at one time. Like I said, guys, you got so much room. You got too many great songs. There are too many great ones. Yeah, there's some bad ones. I'm just kidding, y'all. Number 10 wasn't that. I got you, though. My number 10 was Hold Me, Touch Me. You know, I was going to do that for my number 1 on my list, and I forgot.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
man. No, it's exciting. It's exciting. You can't do so loud.
My number 10, you just touched on my number 10 in your little asylum list there, and it is All Night.
Right, man.
I absolutely love the song. The video is even better. The breakdown with the rhythm guitar chugging along. Just a great song. And of course, Paul's epic screams and added vocals throughout the end of the choruses just make it all that much better.
I love it. I love King of the Mountain. I struggled with Asylum. I struggled to link it up. And, you know, look, guys, albums not represented for me. Monster, Sonic Boom, Psycho Circus, which very well could have been. Carnival of Souls, Revenge, Hot in the Shade. I'm going backwards here if y'all don't notice that. I'm trying to keep up with it. Crazy Nights. I represented that one, and that one. I didn't represent The Elder. And I think that was it. Those are the albums that wasn't represented in mine.
And for me, off the top of my head, I got no Dynasty, no Unmasked, no Monster, of course, no Carnival of Souls, no Hot in the Shade, no Revenge. And I always get confused on the first couple of albums of what's on what. Come On and Love Me was Dressed to Kill, right? And Hotter Than Hell, of course, was on Hotter Than Hell.
Yeah.
And I got nothing. I got nothing from the first album either.
Yeah. Now I will say this before we end the video. If Kissin' Time would have been a legit one singer song, Paul or whatever, that would have been on my list. So, but when you got to switch up songs, shout it out loud and all that, that's not a one singer song. So
right. And that's why Shout It Out Loud did not make my list. That's the only reason. Because it's not a pure Paul song. It's Paul and June.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Well, that does it. 15 all-time favorites with 10 honorable mentions. And both of us still feel like we left a shit ton off.
Still empty. Sure do.
Yeah. Oh, well. Is what it is. All right, everybody. Until next time, thanks for hanging in there and watching.